Hello my YouTube beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a wear test on two different products. I have the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare, and then I also wanted to try out this Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Brighten and Correct Duo Concealer. Sorry, I'm like out of breath. I'm getting to the point that I'm like more out of breath than I used to be. So saying long names really is hard right now. So I have these two new products. If you missed my Sephora haul, I will link it below. I got a lot of really great things in there, and I also got a lot of foundations, and you guys had said that the It Cosmetics foundation is one that you wanted to see, so figured I'd film it today. So today I'm going to be wearing both of these products, testing them out, wearing them for 10 hours at least, and then seeing how they perform. I do have oily skin, so just keep that in mind. I believe that this It Cosmetics foundation is supposed to be a natural radiant finish, but I know, like I've heard of some people that have oily skin that say it's really good. If you enjoy my wear test and if you enjoyed this video while you're watching, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I do upload twice a week. The It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare retails for $39.50. I will kind of put a plug in here. I was not super happy when I ordered from the It Cosmetics website because number one, they sent me the wrong shade and I had to pay shipping to send it back, which sucked. So I hate that. I reordered this from Sephora and they gave me the right shade, thankfully. I have mine in the shade Fair Neutral 11. Online, it has a lot of claims. Like, this is a lengthy detail section. It says it's lightweight, hydrating foundation with a natural radiant finish that gives you beautiful looking skin even on the days you don't wear it. It's supposed to be buildable, medium coverage, minimize pores, suitable for all skin types, has hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, vitamins E and B5. And it says after just 2 weeks, skin looks smoother, skin tone appears more even, and skin texture is visibly refined. It's clinically tested to even the appearance of skin tone and visibly refine skin texture. I don't know if that's right. Does that mean I have to use it every single day for 2 weeks to see the benefit of it? I don't know. I don't know why, but this morning in particular, I feel like especially out of breath. I look like a lioness with this hair. I need to... Maybe this looks better. I just curled it, so it's like freshly bouncy, you know? So I'm hoping that the Fair Neutral shade is my color. It looks like it could be. I'm going to start with my Revlon Pore Reducing Primer. This was discontinued, but I'm just kind of using the rest of it because it's what I always use when I test out a new foundation. All right, the bottle kind of reminds me of the Clinique foundation bottle. It looks very similar. It is a pump. Typically I use a beauty blender or like a sponge to blend out my foundations. So I'm gonna try it with that first. It looks like it's pretty liquidy. Like it's definitely running down the dish. And right now it is 9:45. Looks like it's a great shade match for me. This is medium buildable. Let's see if that's the case. I definitely would not wear this every single day for 2 weeks. I don't wear foundation or like makeup every single day for 2 weeks straight. I think my skin would hate me if that was the case. So here's the thing. If it gives me a natural radiant finish, but makes me not look super oily, that's like the sweet spot, you know? I am totally on board with foundation like that. I'm glad I chose this shade. I think if I went one shade darker, it would not have matched me. Here's what it's looking like with one coat. You can definitely still see some of my acne spots peeking through. So I'm gonna add a little bit more to those areas. Okay, so far it does look very natural on the skin. Looks like my pores look smaller. It does have more of that radiant, like a little bit of a glow going on. But overall, it's sitting really nicely on my skin, and I think it's a good shade match for me. I'm noticing that as I'm applying it, it goes really far. You know, you don't need a ton of this. I really like how it looks. It looks very natural, very skin-like, almost like my skin, but better. I'm liking how it looks. I really hope that it keeps this like natural glow throughout the day, but doesn't make me look super greasy. Now let's go in with this concealer from Laura Mercier. Now this also has really good reviews, and this retails for $32. I would never, that is just ridiculous to me. It's a concealer stick, you know? I can see paying $30 for the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer because it has lasted me years and I literally use it every single day. But this, I don't know. I have mine in the shade 0.5N, which I believe is the lightest shade, very fair with neutral undertones is how it's described. It looked like the best match for me. 1C looked really dark. And it's interesting, on the website, it has like this arm swatch thing where you have the correct side and then you have the brightened side. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to use this. And I don't use concealer sticks very much, so I'm kind of nervous about this one. It says that it is a 2-in-1 full coverage concealer with a weightless formula to erase imperfections and brighten the under eye area. It's supposed to be full coverage. The biggest thing, like the clinical results section, says 97% of participants said it felt comfortable throughout the day. It's very pretty packaging, like very high end. It looks a little bit like Hourglass packaging, you know, that kind of like darker, deeper purple with the rose gold printing on it. Curious how much product you get in here. If it's not that much, I'm going to be mad. So let's go ahead and go in with the correct part first, and then I'll add maybe the brighten part on top. Okay, that seems like enough. See, with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, when I use it underneath my eyes, I never use a sponge. I always use my fingers. Maybe I should have done that here because it's not blending out very nicely with a sponge. I really want to understand how to apply this because it seems like pat in gently with your fingertips. So when I patted that in, it didn't really correct very much. Maybe I didn't use enough. Or maybe I just messed it up because I used a beauty blender. Because yeah, I never use like a pot kind of concealer with a beauty blender. I feel like it just makes the formula break up. Okay, are my fingers just sticky? What's happening here? Do you still see my dark circles? This is not full coverage. I'm trying to drag it down and blend it in with the foundation and it's not looking great. It looks very dry right here. I can still see my dark circles. What's the deal here? Should I add more? Is that better? I feel like I've used a bit of this already. When I keep it directly over my dark circles, it definitely is better, but I don't know how I'm supposed to blend it in with the foundation if it's not, like, I don't know. I feel like I've used quite a bit of this. Why does it still look not full coverage? And at this point, it's like taken longer than a liquid concealer. And I can still see my dark circles. Okay, well, that's not, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I really want to go in with the brightening side because I feel like it already looks pretty bright underneath my eyes. Maybe I'll just add a tiny, tiny bit right here on top and just pile it on. I don't really know what the difference is between like the correct and the brightened side. It looks about the same to me. Also, it's very sticky. All right, now that I've added the brightening side, it's a little better, but the NARS pot concealer is like, it goes on a lot easier. All right, I'm gonna go in just one more time before I add my powder and just really, like, maybe I should have gone ham on this and not used a tiny, tiny bit. I suppose that's as good as we're gonna get here, but let's go ahead and set down the concealer for the moment. Using my Laura Mercier powder. I don't know. I really like the foundation. I do think it is oxidized a bit. I think it still matches my neck, but if it goes any farther, it's gonna not match anymore. The concealer looks better set down. I definitely can still see my dark circles, and I feel like I used a bit of this product, so maybe it's just something that I have to like play around with and figure out, okay, am I even like doing this right? It felt like it took a long time to blend out. I have like, for example, this concealer, the CoverGirl Undercover, I feel like has more coverage than that concealer duo, and it blends a lot quicker. because the concealer duo definitely did not set down matte. I had to go in with a powder to set it down because otherwise it was just kind of sticky and gloppy and went everywhere. However, I wonder on, no makeup days if that would work out better than like a true concealer, because I used the NARS pot concealer for concealing and just evening out my redness. And then I go in with a powder and no other foundation. So I wonder if it would work for that rather than concealing my super dark circles. Foundation's looking nice, set down well. I'm gonna see how other products apply on top of it. Right now it's 10 o'clock, so I will be back in a little bit when the rest of my makeup is on. All right, guys, I'm back. I just finished up my makeup. It is almost 10:15. Here's what I'm thinking. I really like how the foundation looks, especially up close. It looks really natural, soft, not dry looking. Still has a little bit of a glow going on. And yeah, everything applied really well on top of it. I think in terms of the foundation and stuff, it looks very nice and natural and it's sitting well on the skin. Now the concealer, I think got better once I set it down. I wouldn't say that I like it right now more than the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I feel like that one blends a bit better. I'm not gonna say that it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad right now, but the process of applying it just took a while. It took longer than normal for me to do my concealer. And when I'm looking at it, I'm like, I think I have concealers I like better. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how it looks throughout my day in natural daylight, not just in front of lights, and we'll see how it wears. Right now, I would say I like the foundation more than this, especially for the price. Like, this is almost the same price. Let's go ahead and see how it wears throughout the day. I will be back at the very end of the evening to check in and share my final thoughts. All right, you guys, I'm back. It is 8:14. This has been on for a little bit over 10 hours now. I want to just ignore the nose. I was wearing a mask all day. So that is the reason why it was broken up on my nose. I just want to kind of focus on my cheeks, my forehead, and my chin. And like, I was pushing my nose against the mask because I went to the chiropractor. So we just got to ignore the nose situation. The rest of the foundation looks really, really good. I only had to blot once the whole day, so I don't feel like it made me look super oily. It stayed on my cheeks. I think it's pretty long wearing, and it did not sink into my fine lines in my forehead. I'm actually really happy with how it's looking on my cheeks, and it only rubbed off just a tiny bit on my chin. Again, that could be from the mask, but overall, I really do like this foundation. I think it's a good one, and I'm definitely going to continue to keep using it. In terms of the concealer, I think the concealer held up well throughout the day. Like, I feel like it looks nice right now. Would I say it's better than the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer? Probably not. And I'm not sure if it's worth the money. I mean, like I said, right now it looks nice, but just the application, I'm gonna have to see if I can get used to it or not. My thoughts are definitely, I like the foundation way more than the concealer right now. If you have tried either of these products, please let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. And as always, I will have these two products linked down below. I always have the products that I use linked in the description. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.